everybody, Lippy Lee 26 here. I can't get this camera right. There we go. I'm just doing this little video to say that I have a fan Discord now. It's linked down below. Just for people who love Way of the Wing to hang out and everything. And find out about latest stuff about it. So when the episode is going to be out and all this. So that doesn't really come that often. It takes me a lot of effort to make an episode, and it's like I'm trying to find like new ideas and all this as well. And I would love to see some fan art as well. That would be amazing. My Twitter's linked down below as well if you want to send it to me on Twitter. But yeah, join the Discord. Anyone's invited. Come along. Let's have a chat. Let's wing it. Ha. Okay, that was bad. Enjoy the episode. This was written by my friend Kain, who plays Bones. So this episode wasn't actually written by me this time. Well, the ending was, but anyway, enjoy.
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic.
What's her rush?
She mentioned last night that she was eager to get out of potions class early to ask Professor Bones about something.
Jeez, she couldn't have waited for us?
You know how she's been with her questions to the teachers lately?
True.
Morning, Professor Bones.
Good morning, Miss Dawn. You're bright and early this morning.
Yeah, I was hoping to be early enough so I could ask you a question about something.
Well, the early bird gets the worm, they say. What's the question?
I have questions about Drafulians. I know you're one. I've talked to Professor Watts. I'm one too.
Ah, well, I already had an idea that you were one, but I'm something a little different. But sadly, that tale is too long for a time like now. Perhaps another time.
Professor Watts wanted me to tell you that I have a very interesting aura.
Really? Okay, after your class today, come to the teacher's lounge. But for now, please take your seat. Now that we're all seated, good morning, class. Today I did originally have planned for you to try and make the Bahamut's breath potion, but Lucas has informed me that he is in need of more healing potions for the dragon's first aid supply. So today, you will all be helping me with that. Instructions are on your desk. You may get started.
One more class left for the day.
Jeez, Jim, you've been quite anxious for classes to be done with.
Just looking forward to free time.
Why's that? You got a hot date with Jed?
No, nothing like that. Just hoping to find more out about Drafulians.
What's up with you being so stuck on Drafulians lately?
I'm trying to find out all I can about them.
Yeah, I gathered that much, but why? You're becoming obsessed about it.
Because I am one? I'm trying to find out more about what I am.
So you're trying to say you can talk to dragons? I gotta see it to believe it.
Fine. After classes, we'll go visit the dragons.
Okay, this I gotta see.
I want to come too.
Okay, best way I can think of to make you believe me. Whisper something to Rupert here so I can't hear. And Rupert, will you please repeat to me what she whispers to you?
Okay, fine, just back up some. I want to make sure you can't hear.
This girl said she sometimes sucks her thumb in her sleep.
I already knew you sucked your thumb in your sleep.
Okay, fine, I believe you. But not a word about that to anyone, you two. You either, dragon.
Don't worry, I won't say a thing. Just know, you suck.
Hush it.
Hey, Jem? Can you help me talk to Laura?
Sure.
Hello, Laura.
It's my human.
Did she say hi back?
In a way, I guess she called you her human.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I never introduced myself to her. My name's Tabitha. I really hope you're happy with me as your rider.
She's an alright person. I like her.
Yeah, she likes you. But sorry, Tabitha, I have something to do, so I gotta go.
Okay, thank you, Jem, for telling me what she said.
No problem. See you later.
But bye.
Why is my dragon always asleep during free time?
That Drafulian girl is here.
Ah, Miss Stone. Figured you'd be here sooner.
Yeah, I stopped by to see the dragons for a few minutes.
That's okay. It's your free time after all. So, where do you want to start?
Well, I found out last history class that the first Drafulians were a group of students from an old school. But the history books don't say much more from there. How's that for a starting point?
Good a point as any. Yes, that's all the history books say about that. But there's a reason for that. I'm sure you've also heard of the Great Dragon War in history as well.
Yes, I have. Not a lot of detail on that either.
Correct. Now getting to the point. We should move to a more private area for what we're about to talk about.
Okay.
Grab my shoulder and hold tight.
Wow. Where are we?
This is my own personal pocket realm. Don't fall off the edge, or you'll be falling forever.
That's good to know.
Please have a seat. While we're here in this pocket realm, time here and in the normal realm is basically at a standstill. So none of your free time will be wasted, and you will not age here either.
Really? So, I'm not aging right now?
No, we're not aging right now. But now, back to the reason we're here.
Yes, thank you.
There's a reason the history books you have don't explain everything about certain things and events, and the main cause of that is from the Dragon War itself.
Okay, but how?
Well, before the war, and as the history books say, this group of students were messing with potions trying to understand dragons better. But what the book doesn't say is they were actually trying to become dragons themselves. But things didn't come out as they hoped. They only attained the ability to speak and understand dragons, which most of them were happy with, as it would still help them understand dragons more than they ever could before. And from that point, they called themselves Drafulians.
Most of them were happy?
That's another matter. But later in time, as the students got older, finished school and started their own lives with families, they found out their Drafulian ability can be passed down to their kin. As time progressed even further, Drafulians technically were considered a separate race of their own.
So that means I'm...
Yes, you are somehow related to one of these families of Drafulians.
I wonder which family.
I might be able to work something out that'll allow you access to restricted records so that you can do your own research on the families. We'll see.
That would be great. I still can't believe time's holding still while we're here.
Yes, but on to the next part of the story. The reason why there are restricted records.
Okay.
At first, Drafulians were held high in respect, but once more and more humans found out of the existence of other realms, and that there were dragons in some of them, some humans became jealous of the Drafulians' ability and started killing dragons, trying to find their own way to gain the ability or more. And that eventually caused the Great Dragon War. From that moment, Drafulians and dragons went into hiding, and some realms were closed off from others.
I see. I remember Bruce mentioning a staff being the only way to get to one he'd like to go to.
Yes, he's not the only one. But once realms were sealed off from others, the knowledge of Drafulians had been kept mostly secret and only spread to other Drafulians, which is the only reason I'm telling you all of this. Even though I'm not a Drafulian myself, I'm sure Bruce wouldn't mind.
Bruce is a Drafulian? Also, that reminds me of another question. See, you're not exactly a Drafulian, but you have the ability of one.
That's something that happened a long time ago.
Almost 200 years? Professor Watts told me. So, you're over 200 years old too?
Not as old as Watts, but yes, I'm over 200 years old. Along with Stanley, Lucas, and Bruce.
So, they were part of the accident Professor Watts mentioned too?
Yes, they were around, but the accident was mine alone. I guess I can simplify that part of my history.
Please, I'd love to know.
Back when I was a student, there was another student that for no reason had a grudge against me. Somehow he got a hold of a cursed item and hurt my dragon with it, stopping him from being able to heal on his own.
That little punk.
Oh, Drax!
Yes, so I learned all that I could about potions and runes, coming up with my own theories to find some way to cure them.
A lot of good that did.
Drax.
Sorry.
But in the end, all I was able to do was save a soul within my own body, which is why you can hear him when he speaks. But besides being able to save his soul, his remaining life essence also became part of my body, which explains my age.
But the others?
They were the ones trying to help me with finding a cure, so naturally they wanted to be there for the results of our hard work and research. And with the life essence capacity of the human body compared to a dragon's, once Drax's essence filled my body, the remaining essence blasted out and went into those that were around, which is why they have a longer lifespan.
Okay, that makes sense.
With all that being known, and having Drax's soul within my body, I'm able to talk to dragons like a Drafulian can, but with more of a cost. I actually hear every dragon that speaks, no matter how far away they are from me. It drove me quite mad at first not knowing what was going on, but I found out and got used to it and learned to block the voices to a whisper. That's how I knew your dragon was being hurt despite me being at the dance the whole time.
Oh, that actually explains a lot.
I hope it does. Satisfied with what you've learned?
Yes, I am. Quite a bit to let sink in, but all of that only adds more questions. I hope I can check out those restricted records.
I will talk to Bruce about it. But for now, I think we should head back to normality.
Thank you. Also, one more thing. How can I get myself my own little pocket realm thing? Imagine the time I could save studying one of these.
Well, that would depend on how well you do in your new class tomorrow. Runes.
Amazed you guys are still here.
What are you talking about? You've only been gone for a few minutes.
Did you leave something here?
Oh yeah, time was paused.
What?
So, what you want to do for the rest of the day?
What do you mean time was paused?
It doesn't matter. I need to come back to speak to Rupert more.
But I thought you had something to do.
Yeah, that was it. I had to come back to speak to Rupert.
Then why did you leave?
My head is in a weird place. I needed air.
But we...
Tabitha, let's not question it. She probably has her reasons.
Okay. Do you want to go with us then?
Only if you want to.
Sure, we'll go. I think Haley wants to talk to me anyway.
And I better go see how Francis is. It's been a while since we last spoke.
Jem, is everything okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
You seem on edge about something.
Well...
Jem, you know you can speak to me about anything.
Yes, I know that.
Well, go on then.
today?
That's exciting. Do tell.
It was Professor Bones' pocket round?
Professor Bones?
Yeah. Do you know who I mean?
Yes. Be very wary of him.
What do you mean?
Well, he doesn't feel right.
Feel right?
Yes, there is something about him that doesn't seem right.
He's a great teacher and he told me about lots of things.
I just can't read him.
Why do you need to read him?
I can read what people are like, but with him, I just can't. Like, there is a block there.
Well, he isn't exactly a person.
How so?
Well, he has the soul of a dragon inside him.
How is that possible?
Well, there was a bunch of students messing around with potions trying to save a dragon, and something about life essence of a dragon is too big for a human to hold.
Jem, what are you on about?
It was very confusing. I have a lot to take in.
Jem?
Yes, Rupert?
I think you should go rest for a while.
I'm fine, honestly. What I'm trying to say is Professor Bones is kind of a Trefulian, but not. He has part of a dragon soul inside.
May I ask what the dragon's name is?
Yeah, it's Drax.
Drax. I haven't heard that name in a long while.
Do you know him?
No, but my family do.
Alright, ooh baby just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic. And we can save you from your past. This bond is always gonna last. When nothing else makes sense, just dance. What you gonna do?